God of War, a popular game series that's everywhere. It's been beloved since 2005 and even to this day people are dying for it. Its game series is so beloved and that's because it's so unique. With its music, its controls and character arcs. Well, maybe not the last one. But hey, not all great games have to have character arcs. I mean, look at Crash Bandicoot. That doesn't have a character arc. Yes I do. I'm sorry, what? The creating team at Santa Monica Studios, it was a fantastic game. And as time went on, it just got better and better. Sometimes, but now it's one of the most popular game franchises of all time. But when we look at it now, we can see that there are massive differences between the original ones and the new ones. I know that may sound confusing, but hear me out. If you look at the original ones, it was all Greek mythology, but now it's Norse mythology. So there is a massive difference between those two things. And now you might be wondering, well, what's the point of making this video? And that's to find out which one is better, Greek mythology or Norse mythology in God of War. Starting off, we need to go back to the original trilogy, which is all Greek mythology. It tells the story of Kratos, a Spartan soldier who is facing death in battle, and so he decides to sell his soul to Ares, the god of war. That's the name of the game! Kratos is then given ultimate power, but because of this power, his brain gets poisoned, and that forces him to kill his entire family. I guess you could say he's the god of divorce. And so he decides to kill himself in-game, but since the game can't progress with a dead main character, the game just decides, yeah, you know what, just kill Ares and yeah, that's it. And after killing Ares, he becomes a god himself. And then the second game happened with time travel and father, Zeus, a bunch of stuff, I don't really remember it. But then, God of War 3, which, masterpiece. I'm serious, it's this game that just shows Kratos' full capabilities. He goes from being a lonely Spartan to killing all gods. Now after killing all Greek gods, a normal person would decide to, settle down, take it easy, take a break for the rest of their life. But instead Kratos just decides to get all the Norse gods instead. I know we skipped a few games, but let's just move on. Then we have God of War 2018, which is also a masterpiece. It tells the story of how Kratos actually did end up settling down. He got a new wife, he even got a new kid, and he's just, living life. Until stuff happens, yada yada, comic books, but now we have this. And so we follow Kratos as he brings his son Atreus up a high mountain to spread his wife's ashes. And they get up to a few wacky scenarios along the way, such as witty banter and a good game of cat with father and son. The game was beloved by all, so no wonder they made a sequel, God of War Ragnarok. A game so popular it won so many awards, except for the one award we were all hoping for, but who cares. With God of War Ragnarok, they just turned the entire story aspect and turned it up by 100. There's so many Norse mythology references in it, and it's just fantastic. With Odin, Thor, and a squirrel. Cool. So now let's talk about the similarities and differences between these games. Now let's get the most notable thing out of the way. In Greek mythology, it was seen that Zeus is the main bad guy. He's the one that Kratos is after, and he's just building his way up to that. But in the Norse mythology, it isn't really said clear who the main bad guy is. Sure, you could say it was Balder and Thor, but the game doesn't really say that, so I'm not going to count it. But also, in the Norse mythology, it had so much more story to it. I'm not saying that the original didn't, it's just that for the Greek mythology, it was just Kratos is a bad guy, kind of, and that's it. But here, there's a lot of more emotion to it, and you kind of feel bad for Kratos in a way. However, something to know about the two games, they both have incredible boss fights. And I also just want to say here, Hades' boss fight in God of War 3 has to be one of my favourite boss fights ever in all of gaming. But now let's talk about the bad things that are in the games. In the Greek mythology, there's a lot of moments where it's just a random fight. You could just enter a room and clearly tell, yep, there's going to be a fight happening. Yet, it kind of changes. See, sometimes it's like, you enter a room and it's like, oh hell yeah, I'm going to be fighting. But most of the time it feels like a task that's just in the way, But the opposite goes for the Norse mythology, because there's a lot of these boat riding sections, and I mean, who finds that engaging? Wow, that was some great gameplay! Anyways, let's go ride a boat. And so, which one is better? The Greek mythology or the Norse mythology of God of War? And in my opinion, I would have to say the Greek mythology. The reason why is because I just feel so much more action based, and I love games like that. I'm not saying the Norse mythology is bad, it's just that, But hey, maybe my opinion will change in later days. But hey, Norse mythology does have a good upgrading system. I will give it that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I also just want to say here, I'm sorry that I haven't been uploading frequently. I've been a bit unwell and my throat has been a bit sore, so, you know, I don't want to make a video where I sound like shit. So, yeah. But hopefully I'll be uploading weekly soon. And yeah.